YouTube? This is Every68 back to you with more action figure reviews. It's been a while. Let's get into the review of the amazing Black Series 6-inch Darth Vader figure. Oh my god, this figure is sick. Oh, finally found him at Walgreens. Guys, if you are not smart, I am sorry, but you need to get smart. Get smart and go to the destination comic shop and definitely go to babe@toystore.com and absolutely, if you cannot, do at least this, guys. Do at least this. Go to Walgreens. Walgreens is smart. They know when to release it. One moment, please, while we go into the packaging. So here's the packaging, guys. Packaging is pretty standard, except it has the blue in the back now. And number 2 is Darth Vader, so yay. So you get one opaque side. You get one translucent and somewhat opaque on the corners. You get that at the top. You get this at the bottom. It says Disney Store somewhere down there. I'm pretty sure it says Disney Store somewhere. Oh, never mind. It says Disney right there. Hasbro. Now you see the picture right there. It's Darth Vader, it's Luke and his helmet, and and if you want to read that, please pause it now while it's in Star Wars mode. Good. So this is Star Wars. Figure goes there, lightsaber goes there. Pretty good packaging for this, and it does have a hook on it, so you can hang those. They don't hang them though, so yeah. Now, on to the figure's accessories. So this figure has almost no accessories. One of I will get to halfway. It looks yellow right now, doesn't it? That'd be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get into the full detail of the saber, though. Yeah, so you get that. You get this lightsaber. It's fully detailed and everything. It's got the buckle. Like, it's got full detail on it. Go down the lightsaber. It is pretty translucent. And it does easily just pop right out. So don't lose that, guys. Push it right back in there. And it does fit in his hand. It is quite a tight grip on him because it's winter. Do not easily just like start pulling him out and playing around with him. Give him time to adjust. Guys, don't be dumb. Now to the halfway accessory. We've got Darth Vader's helmet. Now people have been reviewing this guy and have been screwing up. I mean screwing up as in they legitimately forget. One moment. I don't know how they do it. There we go. There's that lighting we were looking for. There's that lighting. So they legitimately don't realize that this figure is just like the original unmasked Darth Vader. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, one moment while I go ahead and get that. So yeah, we've got this Darth Vader here. I mean, yeah, it looks normal and everything. It's a 3 3/4 figure, but the difference is he's unmaskable. There we go. So he's unmaskable, and if you look at the head sizes, this is crazy. Please ignore that. Let's go ahead and get a little more focus into these two. So you basically get that. You get that difference right there, and it's a pretty good difference. I like it a lot. It's got the brown in that eye, the black in this one. Like, this one's just about solid. This one's painted well and everything. But yeah, you see how small it is compared to that one. Like, this head could ultimately fit in that head. It's so small. But if you don't realize, with the old one, this is what you got. You got a Darth Vader head with these little gold bits everywhere, right? So why wouldn't you get that with a 6-inch scale figure? Well, it is pretty tight on there, so you won't notice it, but what I do not like about this is this one doesn't have the same paint application that the old one does, but it does have more sculpt, which if you can kind of see in there, like you get all those details. It's like sick beyond reason. So yeah, and it's like hollow, well, sculpted under there, so it just pegs right in, so it holds there, and it is kind of loose on the figure though. Let's get into the figure. So yeah, we got Darth Vader here now, and yeah, I put his helmet back on. I gotta tease you guys a few times, right? So this figure is pretty good figure. So remove his lightsaber. So he's got this gripping hand. Let's go through the head sculpt first though. So we already went through the Darth Vader head, but then you can take it off, and oh my god, my hand's in the way, I'm just kidding. So this is what you get. Now, some people are disappointed with this. I'm not disappointed. I think they did a very good job for what they planned on giving us. I mean, they sculpted the entire back right there. Sculpted the head, everything is sculpted nicely. It does look lively enough, so I won't say it's a bad one. Now, I will say the 3-inch one did have the detail that we were looking for. I mean, if you see that, that's pretty sad. I mean, yeah, this one you get the mouth, this one you don't. But which one looks accurate to you? This one. I mean, yeah, the heads are pretty much different, basically, but yeah, so I guess they had to make it child appropriate and make it look kind of normal, but yeah, that's how that turned out. So you get this figure, pretty good figure. I like it a lot. So I'm not disappointed with this figure. I will not say I'm disappointed with it at all. No, I will say I am pretty annoyed by the fact that this thing, his head isn't, like, his helmet doesn't easily stick to his head. That was an issue with a few. So, yeah, articulation, well, no, sculpt, and paint, very accurate. I mean, you can obviously see that it is very accurate. It looks pretty cool. He has one of these hands. The shoulders and everything are sculpted. This is pinned in there, so, and then he's got his gripping hands. He's got cloth all around him, but his boots look really nice. Everything's nice on this figure. Good. And he does have a real chain. If you do end up like getting it lodged in there and you're like, it won't come out, just do this. Raise his head backward, lean it forward, sway it, lean his head downward, and guess what can't happen? Yeah, lean his head downward and it can't do that. Yeah, so very good. The cape has weighers, like parts to weigh it down at the corners. And this cape extends pretty long. Yeah, that's really long. But yeah, so, and this is above, like this one is like really far right there, so I like it a lot. It's nice, it's thick, it's not translucent. It's nice. So get him into some poses. Now, articulation, on the other hand, is very brilliant for a Darth Vader figure. Now, his head will look up that far. Now, without the helmet, it still looks up that far. Looks down a pretty decent amount. Swivels side to side, does have a bit of a neck pivot. His shoulders, because of the way it's sculpted and everything, they only move up that far. They do move all the way around though. You do get a full 90-degree and rotation at the elbow. You do get wrist swivel and hinge in and out on both sides. He does crunch. He crunches backward pretty decently. Not really forward. Swivels side to side and does pivot there too. Legs kick forward a very decent amount. Upper thigh swivel, double ball jointed knees. Ankles move forward, they move backward, and they do have ankle pivot. Now I will say his legs also move outward. Thank you. Like, I really hated it when figures were like limited deeply with articulation. This one's not so bad. So yeah, let's go ahead and compare him to other figures so you guys can get your I want you guys to get your measurements down. So let's go ahead and bring in his Darth Vader counterpart, which is on a base, so that's not very accurate. Yeah, there you go. He's about that level, to a 3 3/4. Compared to his original rival, which I wish they would make a battle scene about these two, because there was some beef between these two one day. I don't know how it happened or why it happened, but yeah, Darth Maul, which ends up being shorter, just barely shorter. And then lastly, but not least at all, we have Carnage, which is one of my favorite figures of all time. So yeah, Carnage isn't too much shorter. Now, if you're comparing him to like Japanese figures, because you're like really crazy, there he is compared to Play Arts Guy. So, I mean, you guys are getting a very good deal with this figure. In total, I think anybody should have him. Perfected figure, amazing figure. Go out and get these guys. Go out and get this Black Series. By the way, Target did release the exclusives, so they are there. Walgreens, all Walgreens stores have the exclusives. Everybody has just now released the Black Series Darth Vader. He was just released for people. So, thank you for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Like if you like it. And I will see you all later. Goodbye, guys.